guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I sound really tired because it's late and I'm going to be going to bed soon after I finish this. I'm just going to read this. So let's get on to it. Nightmare woke up to something sharp biting on him. He opened his eyes calmly and saw that the skeleton was trying to eat his tentacle again. He pulled away from it and walked out of the room. He had to get rid of those bodies. When he came downstairs, Killer and Dust were sitting in the lounge. Dust telling Killer about a snow show he watched once. Mama, the two shouted once they saw him. He put the skeleton down and watched with satisfaction. "Who's he?" Killer asked. Nightmare shrugged and saw that he wasn't really paying attention. He was staring at the TV in awe. "What's your name?" Nightmare asked the kid. The skeleton looked away from the TV. A name? I don't have one," he said. Nightmare asked the kid. He looked at the skeleton, looked away. No, I already read that. Sorry. Nightmare was shocked. "Where were you before those men took you?" Nightmare asked, not looking forward to the answer. He thought for a second. "I was sitting by a road, waiting," he said. "Waiting for what?" Killer asked. I can't remember," he said, scratching his cracked skull. But someone named me Horror once. Is that a name?" Nightmare nodded. "Are you sure that's your name? Not something else?" Nightmare asked. Horror shook his head, unsure. Then Killer nodded approvingly. "I like Horror. Makes you sound tough," he smiled. Horror then smiled with him. "You guys talk some more. I will make you breakfast." "Food?" Horror asked. Nightmare nodded and Horror smiled. Nightmare made everyone some toast with eggs. But Horror would only get one toast and egg. If he ate too much, he would get sick. When he called them in, Horror was the first to finish. "More?" he asked. Nightmare shook his head. "If you eat any more, you will get sick. You are going to have to wait and be patient, okay?" Nightmare said. Horror nodded. Killer and Dust finished quickly, and the three went to play. Quickly getting rid of the bodies and the cars. He went to the office. He did have a job, but right now he took out a notebook, writing down all the kiddos' names and what he should help them with. This was easy. Killer probably PTSD, but he wasn't sure, as Killer was pretty happy. He would have to keep an eye on him, and now Horror, who looks to have been starved. He sighed. He turned on the TV that was in his office and switched to the news. He then went back to his job, doing what he had to do for the day. I need a job idea for him, something that doesn't have to let Nightmare leave the house much. He then heard something horrible on the TV. Skeletons are being hunted, the news reporter said. Nightmare turned up the volume and watched. Scientists have found a rare something rare here, and now they are looking for every skeleton and taking their children specifically, she said with a horrified look. Nightmare cursed. It then showed a clip of one child about 12 running away from someone who seemed to be picked up in something yellow and gone in a flash. Nightmare turned it off and ran downstairs. He found his free poison in the playroom. Nightmare cleared overnight, all playing with Lego. Killer was the first to see Mama. He tilted his head. Nightmare sighed. "I have to go, but I will be back in a few minutes, okay?" he said. The two nodded. "Don't go outside," he said, giving them all three of them a stern look. Even though they lived far from any town or city, Nightmare wasn't going to take a risk. They nodded furiously, and Nightmare disappeared into the shadows. Nightmare appeared in the near town. People on the streets were Raoul, walking fast, and completely avoided Nightmare as he was a skeleton. He ignored it and walked straight ahead. He opened his senses to feel any negative or fear or panic. He even felt something as he yeeted sorrow. He fell into shadows and appeared to where it was. The same. He found the same morsels from the night before, covering a small skeleton. His bones were black and he was glitching like electricity. His fear was overwhelming and so strong that Nightmare felt powerful. He growled and the humans turned to him. "You will not touch him," Nightmare growled. The two looked at him fearful. As Nightmare was getting into his scary form, the little skeleton didn't even notice and was still panicking. "Get the kid, I will deal with this one," he said. Once the man touched the little skeleton, a loud beep noise rang out, and there the bar showing rebooting popped above him. That from sex, the boy shook it off, and his tentacles implanted that one. He fell dead when the woman holding the kid started to run. He was in the street and he smirked in triumph, thinking that Nightmare wouldn't follow him into public place. Oh, how he was wrong. Nightmare chuckled and the man stopped and screamed, grabbing hold of his head. Nightmare grabbed the kid before he could hit the ground. Everyone who was on the street all froze at the sight of the giant goop monster. Nightmare cradled the little skeleton while he was still rebooting. That's good. He didn't want to traumatize another kid. He didn't care for the other kid that was witnessing this though. The man was still screaming. He then stopped and stared at Nightmare. What are you?" he yelled. Nightmare smirked. "Nothing to mess with. Yeah, I was tempted to threaten your worst nightmare, and killed him." People screamed as blood went everywhere. Nightmare smirked, feeling powerful. Yet there was a static noise. The rebooting was done. Nightmare quickly swung into the ground and appeared back at the mansion. He burst into the house and put the skeleton on the couch. The three ran downstairs, hearing with a loud noise. Before either of them could greet Nightmare, the skeleton on the couch screamed. He looked around confused and panicked. Tears already falling from his face. He was clutching so badly Nightmare couldn't even see his face or body. "Hey," Nightmare said, but the skeleton was breathing heavily. Focus my voice, deep breath, think of where you are. What are you sitting on? Where are you? What do you see?" The Nightmare said, saying this. The galaxy skeleton calmed down. You could now see that he was a skeleton. He was still crying. The Nightmare went to touch him, but he flinched and clutched badly again. So Nightmare moved away. "Okay, deep breath, I won't touch you," he said. "I am on a couch. I don't know where I am. I see you and the three of us," he stuttered. His voice was static and glitchy. Nightmare nodded. "Good, now deep breaths." He took another few deep breaths before he was calm enough to stop shaking. "Who are you?" he asked. "I'm Nightmare. These three are Killer and Horror. Killer, Dust and Horror. They live here with me," he said. Killer came close and smiled at Other. "I'm Killer, what's your name?" he asked. Other flinched at Killer's loud voice, but the voice was okay. "I'm Error," he said. Nightmare thought about it. "Error, can I ask you something? You'd have to answer if you don't want to. Do you have anywhere to go before the one tried to catch you?" Nightmare asked. The three of the skeletons widened. The three of his eyes widened. Someone wanted to take Error. Error teed up again. "You don't have to answer." Nightmare reminded him of his. "They killed my mom. I don't know if my brothers are kin." Error said, "You can stay here. I will do my best to find your brothers," Nightmare said. Error nudged and cried. Nightmare went to pick him up, but Error flinched. "I don't like being touched," Error mumbled. Nightmare nodded. "Can I pick you up? I can take you to your room." Nightmare shook his head. Nightmare nodded, uncertain the fear was there. He had epiphobia, fear of touch. "Follow me then, you three. Leave Error alone for now," Nightmare said, and waited for Error to follow him. Nightmare stood next to him and showed him to his room. You can ask me anything, okay?" Error hesitated. Can I have some chocolate?" Nightmare nodded and smiled. Nightmare smiled and nodded. quickly teleported chocolate in his hand. Thank you. Nightmare Finn closed on the door. Nightmare Finn closed the door and walked. Yes. Walked downstairs.